Here at Tumut, catching up with another Mathew Holz. Firstly, welcome to Campbell's Comments.
Thanks, Paul.
Been threatening to do one of these for quite a long time, actually.
Yeah, no, it has been. We've had a little banter along the way at Nutrien and been waiting for the opportunity just to get a little bit on you. But
Most people know me as a standardbred person. I'm getting better at this. You do have a slight little standardbred connection.
Yeah, I do, and that's how I've got a little information on you. But yeah, good mate of mine, Lee Miles, so worked for him and Alison for a little while. Yeah, so it was great fun.
They're great horse people. It's probably the great thing I enjoy about my job now, getting to see so many great horse people and horsemen and people that really love the industry, and they definitely are one of those. I'm going to get into trouble. Almost had it. Romsey Equine, I think it is, a veterinary clinic. So I'll make sure I give him a free plug. Lee will be very, very happy with that. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Yep, and Alison.
Well, yeah. Lee's harder to please than Alison, though.
Oh, maybe that's probably right. Yep.
Matey, we're here. Firstly, Tumut, what a beautiful draft it is. This is the second year. It actually works out okay for me. I don't have a lot on, and I enjoy covering these. And it's just a beautiful grounds. It's a beautiful place to compete, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is beautiful grounds, beautiful trees. The arena's great. They've got a great big hill there. People can sit up there in the shade and watch, and yeah, they have great runs of cattle. It's been many years since I've been here. I was possibly still a juvenile competitor back then. I can't remember, but many years. So it's great to be back here, and it's one of the drafts to try and get to every year.
I spoke to Matt Moy before, and he gave you a great rap. He said something about he's not allowed to select a stallion or even talk stallions. Is that right?
That was the information. Yeah, that was the information we give him. Yeah.
But I mean, he's investing in the industry and that, but speaks highly of you as far as a horse person, but also as a mate. It's one of the great parts about the camp drafting world, isn't it?
Yeah, no doubt, and and it's probably horse industry in general. Brings people together and through. Horses and a great mate of mine, Warwick Lawrence, he was the instigator of Matt coming to me for training horses, and he put him in contact with me, and so we've formed a great friendship and a great partnership as far as business, and I'm enjoying training his horses, and I think he's enjoying seeing them go, and so it works out great, and that's the beauty of it, and camp drafting brings that along. Matt can compete as well, and he's got horses, and I get to compete some pretty cool ones.
You were saying there about potentially not seeing the family too often, though. That's the biggest problem with camp drafting.
Yeah, but that might be his work as well. So
could be too. He might have. I think he's a great story. Left the sport for a long time, but still kept an eye on it, which is what you want. It is getting more and more professional, this sport. More people are, I suppose, pulling their socks up and raising awareness for it.
Absolutely. Yeah, the standard is lifting all the time, and rightly so. I mean, I have a saying. Through doing clinics and helping people, if you're not going ahead, you're falling behind. And I think it's it's a credit to the industry in the whole. And I think Nutrien is one of those businesses that have created the betterment of the sport, because money and help it. It's helped everyone, breeders, trainers. Yep.
Do you enjoy that part of it?
Love it.
Yeah, the fact that it is getting so much more competitive and so much more money involved, which then means it gets more competitive, means more money gets more competitive, doesn't it?
Yeah, most definitely does, yeah. And I do love that. I love the side of the training side of things. I love to be able to spend time on the horses and get them doing what I like and then bring them through to competition, starting them out, treating them how I like to, looking after them for the period of time that they need, and then taking them through to that open stage and competing them, the big events and as open horses.
You got a couple of clinics coming up in a sec, which we'll talk about. But do you sell? Do you get them going? Do you sell through the classics and those sort of sales?
Yeah, I unfortunately tied up a lot with clients' horses, so not many of my own get to go through. But well, Fiona and I'll get to that. We'll get a bit of a breeding program of our own and start to put horses through, that we've bred and a couple of good mares that we're trying to breed out of. And
it's one of the great parts about the sport. And back to Lee and Alison, harness racing, all we want's colts. And that's funny, everyone just wants colts. And then they generally geld them about 3 months later because they don't want a colt. But the fillies and the way the fillies are embraced in camp drafting is just enormous. I don't know, you got one boy and like a mob of mares there.
Yeah, that's right, yep. Pretty much all the rest of them are, I know there's a girl named Fiona's, but yeah, look, mares are, no doubt stallions are very strong and they're quick and they have that most of them have that desire. It's a bit of an instinct for them to beat the cow. But great mares are just as good. They can be just as strong and have that desire as well. So.
That return value of being able to breed from them, and with embryo transfers as well, makes it even more important. I said I did a tease there before about clinics, and we'll get to the stallions as well in a minute. But Kinloch Equine, you've had an association over a long period of time, but Shero's starting to raise the bar, if you like, on that. We said before about the way people are changing it. He's got a clinic coming up. I'm going to go to 23rd, 24th of Feb with some sale horses after that.
I reckon it's 25th, 26th, but...
No, I'm right on this one. I promise I got this part. He's 25th and maybe 26th could be the drafts and that, but the actual 2 days prior to that, I think you're running a couple of clinics.
You could be right. He'll certainly let me know. Look, Shero and I have had a great association. He rang me many years ago to go do some work on TA, and I had him for a while, and what a great horse he's been for, not just for Shero, but for his breeding program, and Hawley's done amazing stuff on him, and so he's formed a real basis as well as the Jazz mare that he has. Jazz is her name, sorry. So that's a real basis for Kinloch, and we've got a great association, great friendship, and he's great to work for.
You're going to be doing a 2-day clinic, and you got to clear your calendar a little bit more than what you were thinking there before. Do you enjoy that side of it, though, these clinics and giving back a little bit? Yeah,
I do. Yep, that's a big part of our industry, and I'm absolutely certain that starting to do clinics is something that helped me a lot with my training. I had to think a whole lot more about what I was actually doing to be able to translate or give people some help with things, and I've got to be able to put it in a way that people can understand and kind of make it simple. But